Today is March 15th, 2022. My name is Charles Suter, and today I'm presenting the topic I title The Public Jobs Option. My main message: people with jobs lead better lives and also cause fewer problems. There's an urgent need to help people get jobs to improve the welfare of themselves and society. People with jobs lead better lives, less likely to need public assistance and less likely to commit crimes. One cure for many social ills is to ensure that everyone who wants a job gets a job that is tailored to each individual's talents, training, and job preferences. An unmet social need is jobs training and jobs creation so that everyone who is healthy enough to have a job and wants one can have one, at least with the government jobs option. The primary goal of the public jobs option is to provide training and placement of unemployed people into jobs with the private sector. However, if there were job dislocations, then the U.S. government would retrain people, assist with relocations and job placements, and if necessary, would create jobs in the government sector until there are job openings in the private sector. The U.S. government would become the employer of last resort. If there were more people seeking jobs and openings in the private sector, then special government jobs located in local communities would be created to employ them, paying a permanent salary until placement in the private sector. People in the public jobs option would be paid by the government, would gain work experience in community projects or temporary positions in the private sector until such time as full-time jobs are found for them. Proposition 1. People are happier and more productive when they have a job. Too many people are under or unemployed, living at or within the poverty line. Unemployment leads to social problems that must be funded to fix. The U.S. government needs to provide a means to create and connect people to jobs. Too many people are unemployed, underemployed, or employed in jobs not suitable to their temperament or skill level. People without jobs cause social problems that must be cured indirectly with costly social services, such as welfare payments, police and incarceration, and, of course, social inequities tend to cause social unrest. A public jobs option would remedy these social problems, giving everyone a chance to live a fulfilling life of financial independence, contribute to society and the national economy. Proposition 2. The public jobs option would create public sector jobs. Here are some of the goals. Everyone who wants a job gets a job, even if it is a government-created job. Everyone is trained and employed to their highest and best capability, and everyone earns a minimum living wage. The main purpose of the public jobs option would be to ensure that everyone who needs and wants a job has a job. The U.S. government would ensure that high school graduates receive job training in a field that best suits them and the economic jobs market. The U.S. government would assist in matching people to jobs in both the private and public sector, as well as providing hiring incentives, subsidies to private employers who provisionally hires them until the new worker is fully integrated into his job, proves himself to be fully productive, and is then hired by their private employer. The U.S. government would ensure that workers receive a living wage, even if that means supplementing their salary or providing housing. Proposition 3. Here are the benefits. Productively employed people make good citizens. Public jobs would reduce poverty, costs of social welfare, and lower crime. The labor force would rise by somewhere up to 5 million jobs, expanding the U.S. economy. Now, how is this going to be paid for? Savings in social welfare costs and taxes from increased gross national product. A public jobs options would solve many social ills. I've already mentioned many of them. Would include homelessness, crime, poverty, and social unrest. If everyone had a job that wanted a job, the nation's economy would grow due to the added productivity of the newly employed. The nation's labor force would be better trained, better able to perform their jobs, and enjoy greater life satisfaction. By putting more people to work in productive jobs, the welfare of the nation's population would rise as well as the economy. A buoyant economy would provide a higher tax base with higher tax revenues to help pay the cost of the public jobs option. Another source of funding is the cost savings incurred by sharp reductions in crime, incarceration, welfare, unemployment payments, and Medicaid. So my final message: full employment would mean everyone has a decent job. The public jobs option would not only provide people with decent jobs, leading to greater individual life satisfaction, but the welfare of the nation at large would rise as well from the social economic contributions of having millions more Americans at work. The ultimate aim of the public jobs option would be to train a reserve labor force where each individual performs so well in their assigned jobs, their temporary employer would want to hire that person for a full-time position. The role of the public jobs option would be viewed as helping people transition from the reserve labor pool to permanent, self-sustaining jobs. That's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.